Good morning, everybody. Yeah, super excited for Reggie's season. I love to display our little, you can see over my back shoulder, our little Reggie award from last year. But yeah, super excited to see how the industry, what they bring this year and all the nominees. It's always a really fun time. And of course, Expo time's always really fun, but headlines for you guys this week. First one I've got, Grimco acquires TubeliteDenco. We like to talk about mergers and acquisitions and all that activity in the industry because it's important to keep a finger on, who's doing what and who's going where. So Grimco, a wholesale sign and screen print supply company, announced the acquisition of Florida-based TubeliteDenco. That happened earlier this week. The joining of the two companies will expand the number of locations and product availability for customers of both organizations, and that's according to Grimco. TubeliteDenco recently completed the acquisition of Garston Sign Supplies, so, kind of backstory there. And Grimco will be acquiring all combined 21 locations. So just if this affects you, they will definitely be, reaching out to all their customers. TubeliteDenco was formed in 2021 when Tubelite and Denco joined forces to create a coast-to-coast sign supply company. So again, continuing to see a trend of this M&A activity. We like to keep you up to date. So make sure you continue to pay attention to Apparelist.com for all of that. Second headline. This one's a little more of a kind of retail-y fashion headline. Peloton and Lululemon ink partnership after rocky history. So again, more on the retail and fashion side, but we've sort of been following along with this story as there have been and still are several takeaway points that decorators can learn from the whole fiasco. So just if you haven't been following along over the last few years, the two brands have exchanged lawsuits, each revolving around athletic apparel. In 2021, Lululemon sent Peloton a cease and desist letter threatening to sue unless Peloton stopped selling certain products that Lululemon claimed were copycats. Peloton then retaliated with a lawsuit seeking a court declaration that it did not infringe on Lululemon's intellectual property. Eventually, they did lose that lawsuit. And we talked a little bit about this last week, but copyright, intellectual property, infringement, things like that, really important topics for decorators to pay attention to. So, take that for what it is. So currently seems like the two brands have buried the hatchet. They inked a 5-year strategic global partnership. So for the time being, it seems the drama has subsided. Other big thing I want to point out to all of you decorators out there is sort of this idea, not only of the copyright, but the co-opetition. I forget who first shared that term with me, but it is possible to coexist with your competition and even figure out how to work together. So again, take that for what it is. Last, quote unquote headline I want to share with all of you is take the state of the decorated apparel industry survey. I want to encourage all regulators, anybody out there in the decorated apparel space, to take the state of the decorated apparel industry survey we can currently have going. We call this the SOTA survey. We've conducted it in the past, year or so, 2 years even, to answer the needs of decorators to take an industry pulse. It helps you get a better understanding of how you stack up against your peers, but it also helps you understand where the opportunities for growth lie and even what to expect in the coming months. Participants do receive a copy of the results, and data will be shared at Printing United Expo for those of you who will be in attendance, and there is still time to register. So that's my spiel for this morning. Back to you guys.